Hey, how you doing? I thought one of these days I should do a nighttime tour of Independence Avenue, sometimes referred to as the Avenue or the Boulevard. Years ago, some friends and I think it was about 2010, we did a walking tour, and then we put it in a blog, and we called it the American Dream Factory, because a lot of immigrants come here and start businesses here and put their kids through college, and and it creates the first generation of Americans who can take advantage of the opportunities here and be successful and everything. Although in many ways this avenue can be pretty grim. There are a lot of neighborhoods to the north that are beautiful. The northeast area, it's kind of mixed between low rent and obviously high crime areas and beautiful old Victorian mansions. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. It's kind of annoying. Here's the world famous Independence Avenue Bridge. It takes out all the overheight trucks. It's a low railroad bridge. But unfortunately, what this street has become known for at night is the prevalence of prostitutes. I'm going to turn my scanner back on. So the weather is quite beautiful right now, and so there's going to be a lot of people out at night. I don't want to present this image or try and be like I'm trying to exploit the things that go on here for my own entertainment purposes. That's not what I do at all. But I do come through here at night because there's quite a few crimes that take place here, and so every so often it's good to patrol through here and check what's going on. But for the most part, there's a lot of people that wander around, a lot of homeless, houseless, vagrants. 3 separate categories there: homeless, houseless, or vagrants who come out here at night. A lot of people that have drug problems, alcohol problems, kind of walk around at night. That includes women and some men who are a part of the sex industry, sex workers who come out at night, ply these streets. I know that the police have taken some efforts quite often to patrol this area, and Vice has come out here and tried to break up the activities that happen here and bust people. But unfortunately, I think what that does is it pushes the activities into the neighborhoods. And just because you'll see people walking around here doesn't mean they're necessarily part of the negative things that happen on this avenue. There are quite a few people who live around here who are just trying to get from point A to point B. So don't think every time you see a woman walking on the sidewalk by herself, she's a sex worker. That's not necessarily true either. But I'm surprised because a lot of times when I come through here, there'll be somebody walking down the middle of the street. Not quite with it as far as, not quite 100%, I guess, healthy in their minds. That so far we've gone down this street and haven't seen much of anything. We've seen a few people walking around, but there have been times I've come down this street and it's just like one block after another of just weirdness happening. But for the most part, you go down the street and it's like it is now.
Woodland Road.
I'm not going to sit and point out people and say, hey, I think she's a this or that or the other thing, or he's a... No, I'm not going to do that, because that's just being judgy, and it may not be true. And, you shouldn't judge people. I talked about the American Dream Factory, the positives. Up here is a place where, maybe we passed it already, where the Somalis have created a little mall for themselves, and people have come out of Somalia, and a lot of them are Muslim, and they come here in this area, and they work hard, and they have really made a community for themselves. And we have up ahead here, road construction that has blocked off a part of the avenue. And probably a good place to end this, although when you go over one block, there's some shelters for the homeless, and so there's a lot of people in dire need of assistance, of housing and everything, and possibly even help for the reasons why they are in their current situation, whether it be drug abuse, alcohol abuse, or all of the above, and possibly mental illness or other disabilities which have put people on the street. And it's not a great thing for our country when we see people living on the street because they have a disadvantage, like a mental illness or disability. However, I've traveled around the world some, and I've seen it in a lot of other places in the world, and a lot worse than here in America. So, not necessarily an excuse, but right around here is where I have to make the detour. Is a corner where, right there. And as a matter of fact, that corner tells me where I need to make the detour, because I often miss the street. The other street, I don't understand it. It's like the actual detour is another street, but when you get to the end, it says no left turn, which makes no sense to me, because you're making the detour so you can make a left turn and get back on the avenue. This park here, there's a lot of homeless, houseless, and vagrants that live in here, and there's been a lot of problems with that, and I think the police and the city have come through and pushed them out, which I don't think is necessarily the answer, but I don't have a better answer. So anyway, and once you cross over the bridge, the northeast side of the downtown loop, you're basically in a completely different neighborhood. You've transitioned from northeast to Columbus Park, and Columbus Park is a very interesting neighborhood, and that's where I'll just end this right now, and hopefully it recorded right. Well, it's Friday, the end of another week. Window open, yeah, I know. I ignored that the other day and window really was open. We were live at Arrowhead Stadium. More Taylor Swift stuff. And now I'm going to have some coffee, which is actually not a good thing for me, but it's Friday. I'm going to have some coffee. Admire the